What's up? Today I'm Huh? Like I was saying. What's going on? Where was I? Oh yeah. The new Avengers game is just a little over a month away from releasing. And it looks okay. Let's talk about it. Today's video is brought to you by Cat Turds. For all your glorious cat turd needs, call 1-800-888-888-8888 Cat Turds. Now, onto the video. If there's one thing that everybody knows about me, it's that I love comic books and superheroes. I want them. I need them. I can't get enough of them. I also really love video games. So when Square Enix announced a new AAA Avengers game a few years back, I was obviously excited. Wow. A co-op third-person action game starring the Avengers has so much possibility. Then they finally showed the first footage of the game, and I was disappointed. Like many others, I found the character designs a little weird and awkward, and compared to some of the games that we've been getting over the past few years, the graphics just weren't super impressive. But I still had an open mind. These are characters that I love, and the gameplay looked fun enough. Plus, over the past few months, we've barely seen any of the full game. They only showed a couple of levels, and graphical and gameplay improvements happen all the way up until the release. So my mind has still been open. Every time they release new gameplay, I think to myself, maybe this time it'll look better. Maybe this time it'll look better. Maybe this time it'll look better. But it just hasn't. Square Enix has dabbled outside their comfort zone a few times, but for over 20 years, they've been mostly developing games like the Final Fantasy series, Kingdom Hearts, Bravely Default, Chrono Trigger, and Dragon Quest. Now some of these games have really looked incredible, but they mostly have an overall anime style to them. The characters in their more realistic games have looked good, but just not quite top-notch. Their faces and model textures have always just looked a bit off to me, and the same goes here. These characters don't look bad necessarily, they just look kind of weird. They all have these awkward little faces, and I don't understand the designs at all. If you're gonna make a whole new world with characters who have previously had hundreds of stories, you gotta make it look different. Make it look unique. You know immediately when you look at this that this is the Arkham series Batman. You know that this is PS4 Spider-Man. You know that this is Injustice Superman. Captain America, for some reason, is the only character that you can actually tell is from this universe, and not in a good way. Look at this dummy. I do like that they tried to go for more of a realistic costume, but the bulletproof vest on his chest just makes his chest look flat and has no definition. He has a little bit of the white on his arm, but it's just cut off with the blue. And he doesn't even have red or brown gauntlets. They're just blue for some reason. And his iconic red stripes on his stomach for some reason have also been made blue, with tiny red lines on them. What? The costume just looks clunky and silly. I admire them for trying to do something different on this one, but they just totally missed the mark. And look at everybody else. Do these characters look cool or distinct in any way to you? This looks like MCU Iron Man. This Iron Man could be from anything. This is MCU Black Widow. This is MCU Hulk. They could be from anything, from any material. This Hawkeye could be from anything. They're pedestrian. They don't have a distinct style to them except boring. Now, Thor looks kind of different, but look at it, it's just a flat design. Just like with the MCU costumes, they tried to mix the magic with the realism, but it just looks meh. Ms. Marvel probably looks the best out of all of them just because she's wearing her outfit directly from the comics. I know there are a ton of other costumes that you can unlock for them, but these are their base costumes, and I just think they should look better. Now, not only do the costumes and the graphics not look great, but the frame rate is garbage. Come on, You can't get 4 characters on screen at one time fighting without it looking like a choppy mess. Now with each release of new gameplay, the frame rate has gotten better. The gameplay itself looks pretty fun, but it's just not smooth at all. How a game feels in your hands when you're playing it is a big part of why people play them. Even if the graphics of a game aren't quite the best, a really smooth gameplay experience can make up the difference. This looks like pre-alpha gameplay, and we're a month away from the release. Just look at how flat the lighting is. Look at how average the textures are. Look how stupid these characters look. This looks like a game that would have come out in 2015. And I think that it'll be really awesome to play with characters like Hulk and Thor, but I just hate how unrealistic it is that you have to hit a human soldier with Mjolnir 3 times before they're knocked out. And Hulk, he could kill every character with a flick of his finger, but he doesn't. I get that they fight robots and enhance supervillains throughout the game, but it just really takes me out of it when it takes a Norse god and Hulk more than 1 punch to knock somebody out. It should take way more punches for Captain America to knock somebody out than it does for Thor. I know that this is just a goofy comic book video game and they're not really going for super realism, but these things just bug me. And why does Hulk run so slow? This guy can run like 65 miles per hour, but it just looks like he's jogging. He looks like he's drunk. It looks clunky and unfinished. Most of this game looks clunky and unfinished. Look, I understand the struggles of making a game with multiple characters fighting multiple other characters with multiple effects on the screen all at the same time, but don't release a game until it's ready. This game does not look ready. Now, here's a couple positive things that I think look pretty good. If done properly, I really like the gear system. I like that you can play with many different heroes, and it does seem like they all feel different from each other. And the action in the gameplay does look pretty fun. But is pretty fun good enough? $60 is a lot of money to pay for a video game. Even if it doesn't seem like a lot of money to some people, it is. $60 is the difference between eating or not eating for some people. It's gas in their vehicle to get to work. It's diapers for their kids. So when somebody actually does have $60 to spare to buy a video game, pretty fun just isn't good enough. It needs to be excellent. The paying customers, we deserve excellent video games. And this game just doesn't look excellent. I'm just worried that the gameplay will become stale and the visuals won't be enough to keep me playing after a couple weeks. Plus, when they promote Fortnite in their gameplay stream, it doesn't exactly make me feel confident in what the final product is gonna be. But that's the kind of game that this is. We're gonna see tons of microtransactions and online issues. And they're trying so hard to make us think that Captain America is dead throughout the game and we won't be able to play with him after the first mission, but come on, that's not happening. He's gonna be in there. Look, I don't hate this game. I don't want to sound like I'm just crapping all over it. I'm actually thinking about buying it when it comes out. I'm just afraid that it's going to be like a 5 or 6 out of 10, and an Avengers game deserves to be incredible, not just average. I really hope that I'm wrong about this, and the game turns out to be incredible. I want it to blow me away because it has so much potential. But that's just what I think. In September, we'll really see what this game is. Do you agree with me? Or do you want to piss all over my face? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more content like this, or the other goofy content that I make, the subscribe button is right down there. And until next time, peace! Hey! If you like this video, and you want to see more of my ridiculous content, check out one of these. Maybe you'll enjoy yourself, or maybe you'll watch it and crap your pants. Click one and let's find out.